Hi there, this is Karen Stever and I'm here with Frank Gryner at thepublicrecord.com. We've been hosting Stever's Public Playground Project, which is a community effort between musicians and artists from all around the world to help us build this song from the ground up. We're super excited. The guitar phase just got done and we're nicely starting into bass and keyboards. We have all new stems up there for you guys. There's a new guitar track that you guys can hear.
Be sure you're not just uploading or including just the thing that you think you need. They're all new. So
yeah, there's new drum tracks, new piano. The only thing I think that's the same is the vocal track. Yeah. So download all that new stuff and you can hear the new guitar track as well. I want to talk about this new guitar track and how it all came together and just talk about some of the people that influenced it either directly or indirectly. So let's start with the intro that some people have been asking about, going, whoa, brand new intro. Well, the song's The Boss took us on a little bit of a journey. And I want to talk about Cody, who actually started the inspiration for this. It was with these awesome squeals that Cody gave us that were very stabby and very kind of Zach Wild.
Yeah, I call him like Zach Child, that guy, because Cody did these great pinch harmonics, and we kind of were inspired to retool the first
well, we just thought, how striking are those? Those should be somewhere in this intro of the song just to get people's attention right away, which is, you know, any songs that I really love that just kind of do that. I think that's what Cody has.
Yeah, so that's, he changed the course of this thing.
Yes, he did. So then going off of that, it just kind of took me on this little kind of orchestral path. So you guys will hear some of those runs in there. I think it's a great opportunity for the keyboard phase and phases that are coming up for you guys to do an orchestral path or something kind of cool with those things. And then Frank got his guitars going and was all inspired by Cody, and away we went. So that's what's going on there. The drums that are in the old file, they're still in there. The same people will be credited and all that stuff as far as those.
They just got edited to this configuration.
Yeah, just pushed around.
Yeah, so there's no differences as far as who contributed to the drum.
And with the solo section, you guys will hear that's kind of all new. The drums are kind of the same, but we wanted to tie it more into this new intro. So that's the energy from that happened there. So let's talk about some of these contributors. Let's definitely talk about them. Tons of stuff, tons to go through again. Dozens and dozens of names. I'll get an actual count for you guys because I didn't count them yet, but there's tons to go through. We had some people that helped shape these choruses specifically. One was Greg Harvey, he did this in the drum submission too. Greg set us on this path with those drums. And it was so nice. Greg, you should be a producer. You know, just you start everything on the path that it's supposed to go on, and that's really crucial in our process. And so you did this, and you helped us shape a lot of these chords and chords that were all over the song. Let's talk about a couple clean guitars that Frankie did some very cool things on. If we could just touch on those. One was Space Invaders, who you guys know as Tavis, and the other one was DDA, that both gave us a clean guitar.
Yeah, with Tavis's, he gets some great single note, kind of like clean spaghetti western kind of, you know, clean tones that were useful to. Yeah, one of them I think I put some reverb and reversed it.
And that was in the first verse.
Yeah, first verse. Really usable stuff. Excellent work, and also Didier actually got a clean. It sounded almost like an acoustic part that was actually flipped around and played backwards.
Yeah, you'll hear that in the pre-line.
Yeah, the pre-line. So that thing was great.
Awesome. One of my favorite submissions was Kai's from Finland, who is Slipsis, you guys know him here. He had that Leslie that Frank lo-fi'd, and it ended up sounding very, song remains the same, you know, it's just a very cool kind of.
Yeah, it's a great part.
Awesome. David Nicholson, who we were sure was going to show up, and he did. There was some guitar that we used in second chorus.
And that got layered right in with.
Layered really nicely.
Yeah, it's really. Again, your tone is, you have a really good center to your tone.
But not only does he do that really cool rhythm stuff, but he did tons of feedback as well. There's feedback in the verse.
Yeah,
there was feedback going into the verse
feedback from your track in a lot of different places.
Yeah, very awesome. Jeff Kolb also gave us some feedback that we used in that second half of the first verse. That was really awesome. Thanks, Jeff. Really cool. Tweak, you were a hero in drum submission category. You are now a hero again today. This is like, Tweak has something going on that he should explore, seriously.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Jack White kind of tone is just, it's very raw.
You should really continue to just like tramp on your guitar and try stuff with that thing to make it sound completely different than everybody else, because you always come up with these good squeals and squawks and stuff that are just awesome. He gave us some sharp feedback going into the first pre-chorus. He gave us a guitar lead that Frank put through the Verify.
It's the pitch thing that like makes it sweep up.
Sweep up and stuff. That was really going into verse 2. So that's
you Tweak.
Because you. Yeah, Tweak. You should continue to explore your sounds, because this is you're onto something very cool. Sparkle Wizard helped us shape that chorus progression as well, along with Greg Harvey. And Chris Knowles, you were another one.
He was the original.
The original shapeshifter.
Yeah, that he rearranged the piano. And
he's on Fringe as a shapeshifter. Yeah, and Chris also did this triggered guitar that reminded me of The Who. I went to a really old concert of The Who. I won't tell you what year, but that kind of triggered guitar thing that starts off before the Roger Daltrey kick, and that's what his really reminded me of. It was awesome.
So that existed in where? The third verse, I believe?
You'll hear it, because it's really striking.
Yeah.
Chris Heller also helped us shape some of these chorus chords as well. Chris, you're a really great guitar player. Just your track from front to back was just awesome. Amdukias, the Eddie Van Halen pick scrape. Yeah. And you Frank, you were saying how some guitar players can do this.
I believe that there's two different kinds of guitar players out there. One that can do pick scrapes, and those who can't. I'm actually one of those people who can. I just cannot get it to go.
What about some of those new kind of Phil Collins metal picks you got?
I use metal, no, even worse. It's hard. Those things are like killing your strings.
But he did that going into that pre-chorus leading into chorus 2. So
yeah, just an awesome way to transition.
Right.
Really love that.
Right. Awesome. Okay, next person. Pirate Larry did a really awesome acoustic in the breakdown. You will hear in the breakdown section. What I love about this acoustic guitar is it's ugly and dirty, and it feels like, how Moby used to do samples of old people from the 30s and 40s? It feels like people are probably going to accuse us of getting an old sample of a really old guitar, but that's Pirate Larry who did that in his, studio space, and I love it. I just love that thing so much. Kaz, you did this kind of pan delay guitar that just went bam, 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 bam. It's just really super cool. Kevin Slack, you inspired a lot of our verse progressions that we did.
The chunky, the attacky,
that Frank chunked all out. It was really cool. Jason Nations helped shape verse and the pre-chorus. So you also were kind of in that, you and Kevin Slack kind of tag teamed and did...
Yeah, did we mention Alex Havrilla?
Oh no, he did that triggered guitar as well.
Excellent. Again,
it reminded me of Seal, right?
Yeah.
It had that kind of feel.
Good.
And you had EQ'd it and lo-fi'd it and stuff. That was in the
just a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, just so that it doesn't get too big too quickly.
Right,
excellent, though.
Right. And also Greg Harvey, another Greg Harvey. He's all over this. But he did the last line of the song. You'll hear this awesome, just really pretty feedback that kind of takes out that last line. And I was really hoping somebody would contribute something like that, and Greg nailed it. So it's really awesome.